So the Derek Hotsinpiller Fallen Stars 5K is named after my brother, and it's truly a celebration of life.
So we started this race in 2011, right after my brother-in-law was killed in the line of duty. So once Pam and Dustin had decided that they wanted to pursue initiating the scholarship fund in Derek and Jim's honor, I immediately went into action and was thinking, how can we fund this scholarship fund? Something that we as a family enjoyed to do was running together, and we've run a lot of local and area 5Ks, and that's how this idea came to be.
Starting in 2011, we began to plan for this race. A small group of us met in a restaurant to figure out how to pull off a 5K race. And in just having recently lost Derek, the response was tremendous. We had over 600 runners in the first year, and since then we've improved the event and improved the number of people participating, added our virtual races to the point where we have people coming from all over the country to run in the race in person and virtually across the world. The Hotsinpiller 5K brings our community together in a very special way. As a member of City Council, the city is thrilled to have this event in our community. It brings in people from all over the place to experience what it's like to be in Bridgeport, to shop in our stores, dine in our restaurants. It's an economic benefit for everyone.
Each and every year, our race director said it perfectly, that the community itself, the community of Bridgeport, has been the wind beneath this race's wings. Each and every year, they keep us afloat. They provide anything and everything that we ask for. I think that there's small town America, and then there's also Bridgeport, West Virginia. There's just something different, and we can't thank our community enough for everything that they do. It starts with our businesses. Our businesses are crucial for everything that we do. They continue year after year to give time and money in order to ensure that the race is as successful as it can be. We can't say enough about our volunteers. Each year they show up, they do exactly what they need to do, what we need them to do in order to make the race successful. And it starts from people that are checking the racers in, as well as we have cheerleaders from the schools that ultimately are cheering on the racers at the finish line. We get comments year after year about how special it makes these racers feel as they cross the finish line to people cheering them on. Not only is it the volunteers, but it's the community, as we've talked about. Along the race route, we see homeowners setting up Card My Yards, squirt guns, anything to make this race that much more special. And we hear year in, year out how awesome it is from the racers. It's just something different, something that makes this race what it is.
Unfortunately, we run in honor of law enforcement officers who were killed in the line of duty, but our goal is to make a tragic situation a very happy situation. We try to not only honor those that have lost their lives, but law enforcement in general.
So we were quite ahead of the game in the aspect of doing virtual 5Ks. So by the time the pandemic came, we had already been doing this for a little while. For the last several years, we've actually had runners from all 50 states and multiple countries. We are getting runners that are running this virtual race with us at midnight our time because they are on a different continent, and it is just an incredible feature that we are growing and growing and growing, so big that we have runners from our entire country and all over the world.
It's just phenomenal to see people come out and support law enforcement, to see the vendors that are set up or the stands that are set up. The law enforcement bring in, Harrison County last year brought in the SWAT truck and let the kids kind of see everything. To us, it's not about being sad, but it's about honor. And there can be a lot of happiness and honor, and that's what we try to bring every year with this race.
So how can you support our race? You could come join us by running and walking, whether that be virtually or in person. My philosophy always is run, walk, or crawl, we want them all. So we want everybody to come down and join us on race day. You can also volunteer for the race. We're always looking for race day volunteers or the night before as we set up for the race. That's also a great option. And obviously, sponsorship is a great way to support the race. It's been over a decade and we're just getting started.